Hello. Um, my name is Phelps Merrill. I'm a 23-year-old CIS major. I grew up in Minnesota. I spent about 10 years there from the ages of like 5 to 15. I was born in Virginia, but I spent my early years in Omaha, Nebraska. Minnesota was my childhood, like biking around town and stuff and doing Minnesota things in the 6-month winters and the works, blah, blah, blah. I did all of high school in Chicago. I've lived like about half a year in Japan, and I went to school and everything, and it was amazing. I'm a quarter Japanese, so I was staying with family that I had not previously met to that, but it was a big portion of my life around like 15. And then I lived in Philadelphia after high school graduation all the way until I started attending UNT. On my own, I was playing street guitar and just working for food or whatever. And my hobbies are guitar and I do a lot of like animation and screenplay writing and stuff. I really like TV shows and stuff like that. I'm always working on a novel that I never actually write, blah, blah, blah. And then goals that I have are to go into work for myself, whether it's like podcasting or writing music or writing a show or something like that, or starting a business or owning a place, or, I've considered, trying to open a restaurant maybe with family or something. I come from a family of entrepreneurs, so I'm very much, I don't know, I really like the idea of working for myself. All right, on to the good stuff. So BI stands for Business Intelligence. So far, with my experience with it, I've created a lot of infographics. I found that it can make really good predictions. It can answer good business questions based on the problem that I'm handed. I really like using BI like in a map type setup where it can show locations and different sales data from those places or whatever is relevant to the certain problem that we're facing. And then consumer analysis is a big deal too. Like I've been reading a lot of articles that talk about the use of business intelligence to predict what consumers want, what consumers want. Like where the demand is higher for what product, and like where you could like raise the sale of one item versus lower it, like blah blah blah, stuff like that. And then DSS is similar. It is like a decision support system. It helps like managers make decisions that are often I like the article's use of formulaic problems. And it's like if a decision that might be hard for a human to make yet has a correct answer if you follow certain rules. This is a really great tool that a manager could use. BI can do a lot of these things as well. One example would be like maybe there's different items in a store that are selling at different rates and they bring different amounts of profit. And so a person could probably make a pretty informed and solid decision about what changes should be made in the store to sell different things. But a DSS system could make it almost instantly because computers are so quick at math and following the rule set that you program into it. The case that I decided to talk about was I had a long conversation with my grandfather. He was a gas station owner back in the day, and he talked about the 3 facets of what he would do with the gas station specifically, one of his businesses. He had 3 points: the C-store or convenience store, the gas station itself, and then the shop. And so let's start with the easiest one, the gas. The gas station is, you're selling gas to the customers, but it honestly didn't bring in that much profit. And I feel like using BI and DSS, with DSS especially, I feel that it might even advise you to eventually just cut off the gas from being part of what you're selling at all, because it doesn't bring in much profit. But a human can identify, and I think if you use BI correctly, you may be able to get these kind of answers. I'm just not good enough yet myself. But the gas actually brings in a lot of business for it's not like advertising, but it gets the customer there on the property, and you're talking to them. You can fix their car troubles, blah blah blah. It brings business into the shop, and it's an incentive for them to come into the convenience store, which wouldn't be a good enough store otherwise if they weren't already there for a reason such as gas, which is something people need like daily or weekly or whatever people need. So the gas, it would seem that you should just stop selling it, but it actually brings in a lot of business. Now, the shop itself does very well for profit. You can price out your repairs to cover the cost of the parts and the man hours and stuff like that. And if you're getting enough business going through there, you can make a really good profit and you can actually help people. So it's pretty rewarding as well. And then the convenience store is a ridiculous thing. You're selling lotto tickets, which can be a third-party organization, so it's no manpower, and you're just bringing in some profit. And lotto tickets are even addictive. Like, a lot of people want to come back and get lotto tickets from the same place over and over, or they might like try and get from the same till to try and win. So it brings in a lot of business to the store. And then also sodas. You're paying like, I don't know, probably a penny for all the soda in the cup, and then the cup itself is like 20 cents, and they buy it for like $2. And then you might buy a bag of chips for 25 cents and sell it for $1.50. And BI and DSS is so relevant here because you could really decide what products you want to keep or sell, or what products aren't selling fast enough, or which station of yours you want which products at, blah blah blah, to bring in incredible profits. And that's where you're gonna make like the big bucks, right in there. You really want your customers to also come into the store, and you want to have good setups. You want all the labels out and stuff like that. That's where your money's at. But from an outsider's perspective, the untrained eye, it may seem that the gas brings in the money, but it does not. And a DSS system could really help you choose what you're selling in the store, and then BI could help you choose not only that, but also where to open a good gas station. You could look at the data for all the gas stations in the area and where the people are that need gas, and you could pick a really good spot. I feel there's a lot of information that goes into something like that, and you can predict the consumer demand in what area. You wouldn't want to place a gas station in between an area that already has 4. It's so much competition. You might as well place it somewhere that maybe it's more convenient for people, and then you have a C store that complements what those people need with the shop as well, and that's where you'll be bringing in your profit. All right, thank you.